Back to another episode of The Wiley Show. We are live on YouTube. I want to get into this. I think that we as Black folks must absolutely come to the conclusion that when we mess up, we have to have that same energy to say, hey, we mess up. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. Everybody know this whole situation with Tory Lanez have just taken over the internet, have taken over the street these past couple of days. So Milagro Grounds is one of the first, I believe, loud Black persons to come out and say that Tory Lanez is innocent. He didn't do this. He's an innocent man. And now, let's fast forward to the fact that he was convicted of these crimes. Now, Meghann Cuniff is a person that came out, is a journalist, been a journalist for decades. She came out and she was giving us a perspective, giving us the facts of the case. Due to the misinformation of Milagro Grams and the misinformation of Armon Wiggins, they came out and they pretty much saying that Meghann Cuniff is lying, that Tory Lanez is innocent, etc. All of these things they kept saying with no evidence and no facts. So a lot of people was walking away from this case and saying, hey, we know for a fact that Tory Lanez is innocent. He's going to be out of this. He's going to get out. He's going to be guilty. I mean, not guilty, like on all charges. Then when the verdict was finally read, not only was they wrong, he was found guilty on all charges, right? The reason that I want to say this, and I understand this, and I want to break this down, I blame Milagro and Armon for not understanding how a court proceeding worked. You can tell that they were inexperienced because when Milagro went on her tour to talk to other channels, they said, well, do you have your notes? She said, F that. I don't need my notes. F that. Screw that. I don't need no notes at all concerning this case. F that. Notes. Who need notes? I could just do it on top of my head. So she was missing key points of the case. So when I went on Meghann Cuniff, I was getting all of the facts concerning this case. I was looking at all of the facts. I was getting all the facts. And when I went on her page, I said, oh my gosh, this is so incredible. Like she was giving us the documents of the case when it comes to everything concerning Tory Lanez. She was getting the court paperwork. She was breaking down the case, etc. Then when let's fast forward, when the Black journalists, right, they were supposed to be this new Black media, and I'm all proud to see us Black folks, doing that. Then when they came, it was no longer new Black media. It was the Soul Train Awards, BET, EBT. I want to show you up in all of these expensive wardrobes. I want to show you my Gucci and my Prada and all of these things. You abandoned the case, and it's like it's all about my wardrobe. One person that didn't care about the wardrobe was Meghann Cuniff. She don't give a darn. As long as I'm clean, look nice, whatever, and I'm clean, I'm here to report the facts. It's not about me. It's about bringing the information to the general public. So that's what she did. Now she's getting in documentaries. She's in documentaries. She's all in this space that typically they call it a Black space. They're all here upset and mad. Armon Wiggins was so angry because he got the news that he couldn't reach 500 viewers or more on station to keep that check. So they said, we cannot pay you anymore because you lost your viewership. So he announced on last month and said to his audience, well, I'm done with station. I'm done with it. They're not paying me. I didn't reach the 500. And I said, you guys don't take that with a grain of salt. He's not going to leave station. As long as I'm on there, he's going to stay on there. And so today he went back on there, didn't reach the number. Even with Milagro Grams, he couldn't reach the number. You're trying to better up your competition, and she's taking your market share. You're not an independent voice. You used to get more of your views when you used to drag Milagro Grams. Once you team up with it, you lost your viewership. You're doing stuff that's going against what was working for you. And at it all, you came out and called me and texted me, don't talk about Meghann Cuniff. Don't talk about it. Now you dedicating another episode talking about Meghann Cuniff. The same thing with Milagro Grams. You cannot tell me as a viewer and as a commentator not to talk about the main character that's getting this mainstream press outside of black press, right? Mainstream publications. And say, well, Wiley, you shouldn't talk about Meghann Cuniff or whatever. Then in September the 2nd, I believe it's September the 2nd, you're still talking about Meghann Cuniff. You're still talking about Meghann Cuniff. It's giving hater vibes. You telling me to the world, Wiley, don't talk about her at all. Don't let her infiltrate the space. But yet you're still giving her the credit and giving her the publicity. If anything, you're making her stronger, right? You're making this woman stronger because you're dedicating in the whole episode. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to go to Meghann Cuniff and see what she's saying. They're going to go to her because you're talking about her over and over and over again. So you can't get mad that she's getting all of these interviews with news publications. She is known as Meghann a Reporter. Ex-TMZ workers or employees interviewed her. She was on TMZ. She's everywhere. She's on Vlad TV. She's everywhere. Everything that Milagro thought was going to happen for her career, it happened for Meghann Cuniff's career. Because if they would have stayed silent and said, you know what, we're not going to beef with journalists, we're just going to just talk about the story. They stopped talking about the story, beef with journalists. And Meghann Cuniff is so smart. She studied Milagro. She studied Armon Wiggins and said, hey, let me start talking about their outfits because I know they lack emotional intelligence. I know they're going to take the bait and beef with me, and they're going to introduce me to all of their audience. Another thing, while they was out there kikiing and arguing, she started buttering up to Neek at night. Hey, Neek, my name is Meghann Cuniff. How are you? I'm doing fine. Well, you know I've been covering trials all this time, so let me drop a gem in here. How about you get these documents, and how about you get this, and how about you talk about this trial? So now she started to go against the Three Musketeers crew, Milagro Grams, Percocet Wiggins, and Pick Me Neek. She literally went to the weakest link of the Three Musketeers, and she buttered up to Neek. Now, Neek is silent in all of this mess. You don't see her on station here talking about Meghann Cuniff. And when she started talking, I don't have no problem with Meghann Cuniff. Me and her is good. She's teaching me about the trials. She's giving me information. She's doing all of this. So now she got somebody black in the sector that's defending her. You don't see her up there with Milagro Grams or Percocet Wiggins. You don't see her up there arguing and dragging. What do you see Neek doing? She's doing press conferences. She's interviewing. Let's be clear. Armon and Milagro, they're pissed off that they were banned from that courtroom. That hurt their ego. They were banned from the courtroom. They can't go to the courthouse, get information. They have to get it from a third-party source, most of it from Meghann Cuniff, and they mad. So the only thing they can go on a free app and talk about, well, Milagro, she literally is giving Armon Wiggins charity, but she still did not promote him to her audience. She'll do it now because I'm telling her, she still haven't tagged him in a story. She still haven't posted on her Discord, say, hey, you guys, I'm a guest appearance on Armon Wiggins show. He's struggling over there. He can't get to 500 viewers, but she'll just go over there. She don't give a darn about Armon Wiggins, nor do his struggling music career. Now, mind you, another thing Armon got the problem, he's trying to deflect from his music career. Remember that song he had up there with Roly Poly Snacks? That song went nowhere. So where do you go back? To what people like. When you're dragging women, that's what they like. But you don't have that same energy because when Meghann Cuniff pulled up and said, let's work together, let's do a show, you don't want to do it. You might as well do it because you drag that woman every day. The same thing with the Jason Lee piece. You said, Wiley, I regret talking about Jason Lee. Jason Lee, I regret doing it. Don't you talk about Jason Lee. And then you continue to talk about Jason Lee. You are no liar. Stop doing that lie. You said you was going to leave Station Head. That was a lie. You said you're going to stop talking about other YouTubers. That was another lie. You said you ain't going to be in the ghetto sector dragging other people. A whole nother lie. Shouldn't you be on the press tour for your cartoon character? Shouldn't you be on the press tour for you doing your little cartoon voiceovers? That went nowhere. Now you're back on the internet on a free app talking about a award-winning journalist, and guess what? Nika ain't in your corner. You are in a corner of a woman that is bitter about that she lost, and instead of her just taking this L, she's digging a bigger hole. Now, Milagro Grams working with people to put some AI voiceovers and say, well, Kelsey, it's a tape that exists. It's all fake. It is all AI. It's all a good old Photoshop, and they're trying to change the narrative. It's not working. Guess what? Out of all that bickering, out of all that flip-flopping, out of all that lies, guess what? Tory Lanez still in prison, right? He's still locked up. He's not released, right? At the end of the day, we could go to Meghann Cuniff right now on her website that we are a proud member of, and I endorse the Legal Affairs and Trials with Meghann Cuniff. On that site, ladies and gentlemen, she put in there, Tory Lanez seeks bail as he appeals the Megan Thee Stallion shooting convictions, 10-year sentence. She also talked about the legal experts said motions for bail pending appeal are rarely granted, particularly for violent crimes such as Lanez's first-degree assault with a firearm. So she's giving you not only her opinion, but she gives you court documents about the Penal Code section 1272, sets 3 criteria for release on bail pending appeal. Mr. Peterson submits that he meets all 3. This is California. If you know anything about California, they're very rough to get released. So again, I love that because you can go on her site right now and you can see all of this. And then in this a quote, right now, it said, upon release, Mr. Peterson will maintain his sobriety and have no contact with the victim, nor shall he or any of his associates by his address her on social media or by any means. You know why that's a bunch of crap, Tory Lanez? It's because Meghann is still getting dragged by none other. Meghann, is still being dragged by Milagro Grams. She's still dragging Megan Thee Stallion. So your associates, the one with the wig, she's still being dragged. So let's be clear. Stop with the bull crap. That ain't working. While you up in there trying to plead, can you please free me? Free me right now. Please, please, please. You got this chick with fake false hair dragging Meghann Cuniff on your behalf, creating fake tapes on your behalf, fake audio recordings on your behalf, Tory Lanez. So that's not helping you to be free. She dragged the judge. She dragged Meghann Cuniff. She's dragging Kelsey. She's dragging the driver. She's dragging everybody in the internet because they all said that Tory is guilty, and she is trying to paint this picture that Tory is innocent. So I know you want to be free, but you should have never gotten to bed with a loudmouth Texan that can't even be a good mother to her children, and you allow her to do your defending work. Allow her to do all of this lying and cussing and harassing innocent folks because you decide to commit a crime, and now you must do the time. Now, when all of this stuff happened, let's be clear. There will not be Armon Wiggins in this conversation because he was never the friend of Milagro Grams. He called her bad, built B-words, talked about her lips, her cheeks, everything about her body. And they became the best of friends. Why? Because he saw the publicity that she was getting, that she got way more publicity than him. He had the HD cameras, the lights. He showed up on video. Milagro Grams did quadruple that amount. And they have been friends, but it's fake friendship because ever since he's been a friend of Milagro Grams, he lost his viewership with Station Head. He had to twist it back. He had the Percocet addiction. He lost the attention of all of that. When it comes to all the facts, and we're breaking it all the way down, he lost all of it. And now he's trying to regain it. But you was the better brother when you were against Milagro Grams than when you got into bed with the devil with the wig. All right? So I just want to make that perfectly clear and bring it to you all as a fact, as a man, as a person that sit on the sidelines and see it all. I'm not shocked. No, I'm not pressed. No, I'm not jealous. I'm giving you my perspective, no different than Milagro with the wig and Armon with the Percocet addiction, giving their perspective on Meghann Cuniff. Problem with this is that while they're beefing among themselves against Meghann Cuniff, she's getting it all. She's getting endorsement deals. She's monetized on YouTube. She's getting the viewership, and she's getting more subscribers on her website called the Legal Affairs and Trials.com, where she is covering trials, not only Tory Lanez, but trials, any other trials that she covered. Smokey Robinson, she covered the one with Tiny, with that whole lawsuit that they had, and that's what she helped. She helped Neek to cover that as well. Right now, she's talking about WAP, and she's talking about the copyright case that the federal judge dismissed a copyright lawsuit against Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B over their WAP and thought shit lyrics, and the ruling is hilarious. So she's breaking it down. She's not just talking about Tory, she's talking about every case because this is her job. This is her bread and butter. You don't see her on station head cussing out, being mad and pressed and mad on a high drug Percocet addiction. She's actually doing the work. Milagro Grams and Armon Wiggins, take this as an L. Do the work like Milagro, like you said you want to do. You said, little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. You said all these things. But guess what? That words is all a lie because it's little black boy, you ratchet. Little black girl, you ratchet. Get a BBL. Get you some false hair. Color in your eyebrows. And go get you a CDL and a BBL. That's the message that you're preaching. You don't care nothing about your own body because you don't like the way you look. And that's why you went to a doctor to get all chopped up like a piece of turkey. All right? So, in my close, I don't care what they say. Meghann Cuniff did her job. Her job is to cover the facts of the case. And she was right. She gave you the facts of the case, judging by the history of the behavior of those judges. Because you can kind of predict. Sometimes you could be wrong. Sometimes you could be right. But you're judging by his rulings, by his personalities. Why? Because you always in his courtroom. He's covering a lot of cases. He's presiding over a lot of cases. So that's why you can trust Meghann Cuniff's word, is because she have been covering cases over and over and over again. This ain't the first time how she covered a case. Neither would this be her last time covering a case. So stop with the cow manure. Stop with the okie doke. At the end of the day, Armon and Milagro, they got played. They played themselves. And they played themselves by being fake, by breaking the rules, by recording everybody. They played being fake. Stop being fake. Be real. Be yourself. And if you're jealous of Meghann Cuniff, just say that. Obviously you are, because you're mad that a white woman with her real hair and her glasses and her wobbly eyes is dominating the culture, and here you are, been black your whole life, have to compete with somebody that's doing it just like that. They ain't out their spot. They ain't not banned. They get in the worldwide press, and you're not. So I have to say it. We all know that Armon Wiggins is a liar. We know this. His song flopped hard, and now he's trying to deflect, right? He's trying to deflect. He's trying to deflect, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not falling for the okie doke. They did the same thing when they want to team up on Cupcake, when they're about the $30 or $50 French fries, because they got banned and they needed a scapegoat, and they started teaming up on Cupcake. Ever since they had to get a failure in their life, they go right back to Meghann Cuniff. But Meghann Cuniff, what does she do? She get on her glasses. She listens to that station head show. She take her notes because she's a journalist. And she come there and she debunk everything. And she do it secretly with a smile, with being so calm. And they're loud. Just because you are the loudest one in the room, don't make you right. Okay? Now, I know a lot of people want to say, white privilege. Well, you happen to white privilege because you're catering to black ghetto-ness. So you can't call out white privilege when you being ghetto and ghetto privilege. Okay? Now, let's keep it all the way real. We're happy for all their successes. We're not mad about their successes. But I'm not going to kiss none of their butt. I'm going to do my job and talk about this situation. Whether it's on HBO, BET, EBT, don't make me a dog in this fight. But I'm going to always cover what comes across my desk. I'm not talking about HBO. I'm talking about how they decided to go on a free site because Armon Wiggins, he failed on that site. And he decided to drag Meghann Cuniff because he's mad that Meghann Cuniff have dominated the sector and took a huge market share of his audience. And he's angry about that. But he helped promote it. He put it out there, right? He went live with her name in the title, misspelled her name, and dragged this lady. And you're mad that she's dominating. Y'all the one that was talking about how much money y'all got. You think she wasn't watching y'all in all them nice clothes and saw how much clout you was getting? She's definitely doing it. Okay? So let's be clear. All right. I just had to say that. I don't know what y'all want to say about that. And let's be clear on that. Hey, everybody. They said Milagro should have been on tour. She dropped the bag. BBL and CDL, right? I see. Why do black men always come for black women hair? Because we can and we will. Just like when y'all come for black men with cock eyes, y'all say y'all want to date a man with a cock eye or with a twisted liner. Y'all say the same thing, honey. We just keeping the same energy, all right? And the reason why you don't want no black man to talk about your hair, because you ain't putting your real picture up there, all right? It is what it is. It's false and fake, all right? Let me see what else y'all saying in here. LOL, the French fries cost $40. Cupcake fought over the dinner bill. They said, Wiley, I'm hollering. I'm seeing y'all here. Meghann jumped all the way in when she joined YouTube officially. Yes, she did. Baby, she putting timestamps and everything else in the mix. All right. I don't know if y'all want to call in or not. So give me a second. I don't know if y'all want to call in and give y'all opinion. I don't know if y'all want to call in or not. Hold on. I'm going to log out of station here because we did what we did. We did what we did. I'm going to log out on station here real quick. And then there we go. I'm going to log out on station here. I don't know if y'all want to call in and say something, but I said, hey, I'm gonna come on. I'm gonna come live really quickly and talk. All right, give me a second, and I'll put the number if y'all want to put the number. If I can find, okay, I can put it right here. The number on here. All right, there we go. And I will open up the phone lines if y'all want to call in and give y'all thoughts. Because I know because we're editing something, so it should be a little bit of buffering, a little bit, but hopefully it's not. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, it's still doing that. All right. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I'm seeing y'all in the chat here, showing love. They said, Wally, how you doing? I'm seeing it in here. Love you all. They said, okay. All right, there we go. We are live. Thank you all so very much. And we will continue this show. I was just showing y'all so much love today. Thank you all so very much. I told you it's going to be short, sweet, to the point. Like the video, share the live. And listen, I think the case of his appeal, wait a minute. I think that hearing was pushed back. It was not going to be this week. It's going to be, I think, next week, if I'm not mistaken. We will definitely put it out. I think like next week. Next week it will come out. Next week. I think it's next week because they rescheduled it. So we learned that from Meghann Cuniff. All right. we learned that to Meghann Cuniff, right? That's what we learned. We had learned that from Meghann Cuniff. All right, I can't even hear. Let me see. All right, hello, can you hear me? Hey, hold on one second, because I don't think they can hear you. Hold on one second. Give me a second here. Yes. I'm trying to fix it so they can hear you. Because I know. All right. No, you're fine. I'm gonna turn the volume up a little bit. Froze up a little bit. All right. There we go. All right, y'all. All right. Now let me know if y'all can hear me. I had to do something on the back end. I'm gonna call her back on this end. Cause I forgot I'm doing like 50,000 things on here. Let me call her back on this end. Yeah, can you hear me? All right. Let me hold on. I called you back. Hold on, let me call you back and do that. Cause I forgot. I'm up here editing all these clips. Child, this computer is moving like really, really slow. All right, call back. If she all right, let me know if y'all can hear me. Press one if y'all can hear me. All you gotta do is say, hey, hello, child. What the world? All right. I'm gonna wait till somebody trying to call in. But she keep trying to call me and I'm calling her. All right. I'm gonna call her one more time. And if she don't answer, then all right. Because I had to do it this way because like I'm doing like a whole editing this clip behind the scenes. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead and talk.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Doing good.
Okay, now. So I'm just watching the show, and it's just so funny as you're, reporting on Armon and Milagro. Armon throws up a status basically saying he's about to be a part of a docuseries
right
on HBO September 4th. And that's why he felt Meghann Cuniff was trying to take him out because she wanted to be the only one.
No, that's not true.
But I feel like this. Knowing Armon, he would have been bragging about this. I got something big in the works, da-da-da-da-da. He probably, before they published the documentary, reached out to him, to give his rights, right? Because he, had his statuses. They probably got YouTube clips from him, and they didn't want him to sue for his likeliness, right? So he's putting it up like he's a part of it, and, like he's getting an EP credit, basically, the way he's pushing it right now.
Right. But we all know that that's not true. Meghann, no one knew that this was going to happen and all of that. He didn't tell. They took themselves out. They broke the rules. So stop. This is the part that I don't like. You're blaming Meghann Cuniff for your own failure. Right. For your own failure. And you're assuming that she did this. You're annoying Nick at night. You're annoying anybody in that courtroom. You made it easy because you broke the rules.
Right.
Let's be clear. You and Milagro, y'all both start breaking the rules. You didn't see Neek getting put out because Neek didn't break the rules.
And he trying to make it seem like, he's a producer. Just the way he's putting it out there, like, oh, I can finally let it out. It's been killing me. I said, Armon, you just got the email 2-3 nights ago because now it's been pushed out there and they're trying to gain traction because the 4th of September is a couple days away. So they're pushing it out to a broader audience and you for your audience and your appeal, right? So my thing is this, don't try to make it seem like, you're a part of this big production and you played and contributed a major role to the documentary.
Right. Regardless of they're on the doc, regardless of all of that, I think that's great. I think that's all here and dandy. Nobody is disagreeing. Nobody is disagreeing with that. But the problem is they're trying to blame Meghann Cuniff that Meghann Cuniff tried to stop it. No, she didn't. That's, to me, is a false narrative. I think they're upset at Meghann Cuniff. Nobody want to talk about the elephant in the room, but I'm going to bring it up. They're upset that Meghann Cuniff is dominating in the sector. That's why they're upset, because she don't just talk about Tory Lanez. She talk about so many trials. Do you know the LA Times, the reporter with LA Times, I believe, came out and defended Meghann Cuniff and himself, saying, y'all making it seem like we the only ones, we just covering this trial, like this the only thing that we cover. This is what we do for our 9 to 5.
I feel like when I say all of that, I feel like this. I feel like everybody should get their credit. Armon, Milagro, and Meghann. You understand what I'm saying? Because Nick and Nike, she was there too. Everybody that contributed something towards this case, because it more or less is garnering towards like a hip hop crowd, because that's the way the snippet of the advertisement for the documentary series was about. It was mainly focusing towards a hip hop, Tory Lanez side against Meghann Thee Stallion side, whose side are you going to choose type of snippet, right? And Malagro's voice is there, Armon's voice is there, someone else's voice is there. Everybody needs to be credited for that because they all contributed. But don't get bitter and angry because, you weren't there for the tail end of the trials that put out, because you want to record and, you guys want to be ghetto and messy. You can't do that. Just be happy that you're a part of the documentary. Be happy that you even was a part of history, right? Because this is history. Meghann Thee Stallion, one of the top female hip-hop artists and Grammy Award-winning artist of the world. And Tory Lanez, has his own thing in his own right, has made hits and things of that nature. So this is big. So stop trying to put this on Meghann Cuniff down. Like, there's room for everybody to eat. That's the problem. Everybody can eat off of this plate. There's so much food for everybody. So I don't understand what's the problem with Milagro and Armon against this woman. This is too much.
Jealous because they were put out of that courtroom. They were kicked out. Deputies escorted them out. That hurt their ego. Because then they lied to the audience. Well, we could just show up as general public. I knew that was all a bunch of stupidness and a whole bunch of lies. So they showed up as general public. Guess what? The deputy was like, nope, you got to go.
That's too bad, and then blaming it on her and trying to make it like a black and white thing. When all else fails, let's make it about race. So, Armon lost a few points with that. And since he started hanging with Milagro, it just seemed like he's been going downhill anyway.
Because even remember when Dennis Byron said that he went on Armon Live and he said, you got to be careful attaching yourself to Milagro's brand. She's very toxic. And I got to find that Instagram Live and go to that timestamp. But I remember it. Armon called his platform. No, Armon Dennis was live and Armon went on, and Dennis was like, no, Milagro Grams is a problem, and you shouldn't attach your brand to hers. And it kind of messed him up with Cardi, because that was the nail in the coffin for his interview with Cardi, because he kept saying, oh, Cardi is not my real friends, and he was dissing Cardi with Milagro. And you know Milagro is Cardi biggest ops because she's Team Nicki. So he destroyed that opportunity. It's like he destroyed it. And then he never say, well, you know what? It's my fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Never my fault. So that's the whole point about that. But guess what? Milagro got her Nicki Minaj connection. Milagro got the Tory Lanez connection, the DJ Academics connection. Armon got flagged by DJ Academics. So all of Milagro Graham's connections is solid. His relationship have all been destroyed. It's been destroyed. It's been destroyed. His stationary career have failed. He couldn't even crack 500 viewers with Milagro, and she the number 10 host on the site. She's on the top 10 and couldn't even crack 500 viewers. So if you got the queen of stationery that's in the top 10 that's trending with labels, and you couldn't crack 500, you're a failure. You know Milagro don't care nothing about you, because if she cared, now it's over. She could have shared it. Hey, you guys, hey, I'm going to be on Armon Wiggins station, blah, blah, blah. Just like when they went to drag Meghann Cuniff. Milagro did a whole thumbnail and stuff, right? She didn't do it for that. So she don't care nothing about you. And you know it. When your music came out and we went to her directly, said, why don't you tell your thousands of listeners to go and purchase it on iTunes, like you say for Nicki, and post a screenshot? Nope. I am iTunes. I ain't doing that. I streamed it. So didn't even help. And he's struggling right now with the music career. He's in the hole in the music career. Yes, you're on HBO, but you're not getting paid for that HBO special. They're not paying you. They just took, because they're using bits and pieces because you're media. They don't have to pay you for that. So that is just bragging rights that you have. And at the end of the day, we're going to still cover them, and they can't handle it. Neither can Milagro Grams have it, nor Armon Wiggins can handle it. He had failed on station here and as in his music career.
You know what? Going back to Milagro, when she had that falling out with Rob, wouldn't that connection to Nicki be stopped? Because Rob and Nicki are very close. So isn't that door closed on the Nicki front?
It is closed. You never seen her go back over there with Milagro. That have closed. Okay. You never seen Nicki go back over there. You never seen Nicki go. Number one, she ain't going back on station because she's on app, right? With Amazon. So she's not going to go to Amazon competition. They trying to take the market from Stationhead. So they have closed. And then also she fell out with Riley. And they no longer doing the show because Riley was jealous of Milagro getting all the views. And she hated that this woman was in the number 10 spot. And Milagro got mad, playing a dumb blonde co-host. And they just fell, they flopped. So now they trying to keep it at, we not at odds. No, that show flopped. And Rod got tired of people like myself saying, ain't it funny that your co-hosts have surpassed you on Stationhead when you had got the money, you brought Milagro to Stationhead? That have to hurt your ego. And ever since that.
But didn't Rob bring Milagro to the forefront?
She did. She brought her.
Milagro had her little following, but Rob really put her out there.
Absolutely.
With the whole profile with Nicki, people started really, those barbs, the crazies.
Yes.
Really started, looking into Milagro.
Yes, and she dominated the sector. Like, she have literally dominated station. She goes on there for about 8 hours a day. So she just took over. And Rod she had a deal to do a show once a week. And then Rod couldn't crack the views anymore. They was like, why are we paying you all this money when you can't get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and we paying you all that? So they stopped her bag. They said, no, we're not going to renew that contract. They stopped Armon Wiggins' bag. So now he just go on Stationhead for fun. He's not getting paid on Stationhead. Because remember, he used to say, I get a check for this. But once they change the rules, because when they do a first site, they make the threshold a little easy to get your audience in there. Then once they saw all them K-pop, all the mainstream artists going over there, okay, they said, okay, We don't really need you black creators, but we'll try to keep you. So we'll let you stay if you can get 500 viewers every episode. And Armon Wiggins couldn't crack that ever. He couldn't crack it no more. He couldn't crack it anymore. So couldn't crack it. He tried. That man tried, but he couldn't do it. He tried, but he couldn't do it. He tried, but he couldn't do it.
A fall from grace, honey.
He tried, but he couldn't do it.
A fall from grace. You know, and for him, what was cringy with him and that whole Milagro was that interview they did together. She don't like him. She's sitting there with her face all turned in. He drunk as a skunk, all loose.
Drunk as a skunk.
Mess. Loose, honey. Just too comfortable.
And he told the truth. When you get drunk, a drunk man don't tell no tale. They tell the truth. I think that episode was very telling because Armon felt like, I don't really want to interview you. You surpass me. So I'm going to just work with you. But I'm going to throw my little digs. And Milagro saying, I'm not obligated. I don't want it. She don't have to come on my show if she don't want to. He already got that. And Armon was like, I don't understand. I should have been on Queen Radio. I should have been doing this and Cardi B. That's but she invited me to the party, but I already did the party. I want something more. When Ken Barbie is over there and the VIP, that's where your real friends are. You know what I'm saying? You taking a picture. He was throwing out shots. And pretty much he was no different than what Erica Banks said about Nikki. Hey, girl, I've been on defending. Why would you do a show with me? Why would you do, a record with me? And she lost that opportunity. Right. Armon did the same thing. He did the same thing, and it hurted his guts that, oh my gosh, I kissed all this behind, and she didn't move fast enough. So now I'm going to throw a little dig. I'm going to interview the ops. Barty Gang said, you can't trust this dude. He got Milagro. She talked about your children, all of that.
Everything.
He lost that out. And ever since then, Cardi B showed up with the biggest flex. She went on Jay Salih show. Had nothing to promote. No new album. But I'm going to show you, better I can tell you. Went on there. And what happened in that premise? I said, Armon Wiggins is jealous. He's jealous of that. And Armon Wiggins called me. I knew it when I seen that phone call when he was in Paris, France. I knew. I said, that man is mad. He's jealous. And then when he started seeing us getting traction from this, then he started seeing Jay Salih calling us and hitting us up on bingo, all of this. He watched it all. He said, okay, I'm going to just go ahead and talk about it. And I'm going to tell Cardi, it was trash. You need a better interview. You're digging on Cardi. And all Jay Salih got to do is say he can't be trusted. He's weird. Because you don't think Cardi had a conversation with Jason? Say, why did y'all fall out? He's going to say he's mentally ill. He's weird. He's thirsty. He can't be trusted. Because look what Armon did. You helped Jason with that argument. Jason is a person, he moves in silence when he want to destroy you. And he moved in silence. And now Armon Wiggins is running from one pimp to another pimp. He's no different than Jag. He don't believe in himself enough. He think I need a team. And then the team uses him to take his swag and his audience, and he started losing. If you teamed up with Milagro, shouldn't you be thriving on stage here? Why is she the only one thriving and you lose your deal? So that's the point that I'm making.
You're right, Wally. You're right.
He went over there. He lost the deal. He lost a major deal with Stationery in income. Then you did videos about your song, got age restricted. It's hurting your income. Then you took on expensive music thing. Instead of you doing a song with Wiley, let me collaborate with YouTubers instead of this whole, because you're trying a route that ain't working. You are a YouTuber. So if you want to be a successful singer and to get some type of recognition from the community of YouTube with the bloggers, work with a YouTuber that sing. You get clout. You're going into, why would you get roly-poly snacks? She don't talk about YouTubers. She can't even use roly-poly potato chip snacks. She had to use a whole nother name because she don't own it. And he wasted, he took a risk and it was a failure. He took a risk with deposit check, a failure. This ain't the time to take on expensive musical thing. It just ain't that ain't the time. The music industry itself is changing. Why you think Beyonce ain't doing all them videos? She's smart. Hey, I'm gonna build up this renaissance and then I'm gonna tape a video and I'm gonna sell it. I'm not about to give spend all this money and put it on Vivo or whatever they call it. I don't need that. I'm Beyonce. So what Armon Wiggins tried to do, he's taking on an outdated musical strategy. Whoever he's listening to in the music industry, you need to stop listening to him because they giving him stuff back 10, 15, 20 years ago. You need a current tea on how to be successful in music. And then also, bruh, we know you don't like punani, so stop trying to rap about it. You don't eat it. You don't eat it.
Whoever is giving him in his ear the ear whisperer is basically, throwing him out the window. I mean, be yourself.
Be you.
I can't believe that.
Be you. And then he's mad at Tasha K. He because he's upset and it hurts him. And they don't really love me. They only love me when I'm dragging Tasha, when I'm dragging Meghann Cuniff. But when I want to go and do me a little card reading and do me some singing, they drop me like a bad habit. That hurt his ego. Because he keeps saying, I am that dude. All right. If you that dude, then why you can't make it happen as music? You are. But only in certain industries you are great. What made you a successful YouTuber is because you found your lane of dragging female rappers. But now you don't want to do that no more because you want to sit with the rapper because you want to be a female rapper, right? That have failed and flopped.
You know what, Wiley? And that's why he is going downhill. Because instead of him staying in his lane, he's seeing, the scenery. He wants to be a part of something that is not for him. It's not for you to be, shoulder to shoulder with Cardi, shoulder to shoulder with Nicki. Y'all are not friends like that. You are the commentator. Be who you are. Get the great interviews. Gain that connection with her. So when she's doing a show, you're backstage and you're getting the inside scoop. Give us the view of what we want to see. That one's been a flex for him. You know what I'm saying?
And also, can I say this piece?
He's so messy.
Can I say this piece though? At the end of the day, Armon Wiggins have to understand, and I told this to Scorpion Show, these celebrities only care about you when you're kissing their butt 100%, not 99, 100%. Even when they know they wrong, you can't say it. That is what celebrities thrive on. They call it loyalty. Armon should know this because if a person work with somebody he don't like, he cuts them off. But he have abandoned that because Neek is still friends with King. That's the op. You still somewhat cool with Sean David Wade. He's cool with King, right? So then Nick, so you don't live up to that principle. You only live it up when it's convenient for you. But let King team up with Jag, you cut him off. But yet you teamed up with Neek when she teamed up with you because it's beneficial to team up with Neek because Neek got her hands in the industry. So to me, he understands because he used this word, my friends are not on YouTube. It's about loyalty. Well, that's a lie. Neek's supposed to be your friend. She's a YouTuber. Milagro Graham's on YouTube, and she's your friend. So which one is it? Is they truly your friend or is they truly not? It's like he don't even believe and stand on the principles that he drives into his people's throat. He don't live by those same principles.
You know what? He should have left Milagro Grams at that courtroom. It would have been, would have been cut if he would have went to the Tory Lanez trial, you know what I'm saying, dressed, did his press, got the coverage. Okay, Milagro's in the courtroom, paid her dust. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to see somebody that is and be cut and cute. You know what I'm saying? Hey, girl, what's up, girl? Hey, share notes, but leave her there. You done took her out the courtroom. Y'all going to lunch. Next thing you know, you're doing dinner. You're having drinks. You done tried to make her your friend instead of picking her brain for the trial and leaving her there. That's his problem. You tried to take something that was already dead. You try to revive a dead body, a corpse, okay, and bring her into your living room and sit and kiki with her. She came in to your house, did that interview, basically clowned you, okay, with her son. Did she have on sunglasses?
She did.
So she never wanted to show her face. It was dark. And this one had on sunglasses, okay? Crazy. She's sitting there. He said, you don't want to drink, girl? She wouldn't even drink. And she was throwing dig after dig after dig, and he was loose as a goose. Okay? You should have left her at the Tory Lanez courtroom. That's where he went wrong with that. Okay? Then he gets with Jason Lee. He's starting to get his connections. He got the Cardi B connect. Instead of him playing it the right way, getting, with Cardi, you done already said some things. You done criticized the lady, like you said he wasn't licking her behind, all in the crack with the diarrhea stick. He wasn't licking that part. So he finally got the door open. He got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He should have came in, apologized. Listen, this is my job. This is what I do. But I want to get to know the real Cardi, the behind the scenes Cardi. Let me give my fans something to see. Let me show them the real you. He didn't go that route. He went the route of, I want to be at the party. I want to be in VIP. I want to be a part of the entourage. That's where he went wrong. So he's just making mistake after mistake after mistake. And then Nikki, I want to be on Queen Radio. I should get the interview on Queen Radio. And Nikki don't got nothing but a bunch of thugs and hoodlums hanging around in the background at Queen Radio. You don't think you're going to go in there and be safe, Armon? Let's be serious. You done talked all this stuff about this lady for years and years and years, did a fake tarot card reading on a woman's husband, and you gonna go and smile and kiki and that man in her face in the Queen Radio and think you gonna make it out safe and not get touched? He's just, these Percocets got his brain, just destroying, he's being destroyed. Eternally, the Percocets are his addiction. He's not thinking clearly. I'm telling you. It's just mistake after mistake after mistake. Now here we go with Meghann Cuniff.
Right. And then they get mad at me because we do commentary. When that documentary come on HBO, we gonna talk about it. Armon have to understand that we talk about him when he do bad, we talk about him. When he do good, we talk about him. When he do nothing, we try to talk about him, but we don't have nothing to talk about, so that's what we don't talk about. But at the end of the day, we're going to talk about it. And we his so-called opposite enemy, right? Now, when he does stuff, nobody going live to talk about it. Where's Storm Monroe? He's eating up his beard girlfriend fish. Where is Neek? She's teamed up with Meghann Cuniff. Where is Sean Davy Way? He's internalized jealous of Armon Wiggins' success. Storm jealous of Armon Wiggins' success. All of these so-called friends, right? Even in the dark side, the ghetto sector of YouTube, they ain't saying nothing about his music. They ain't saying nothing about his HBO stuff. They're going to say it once I bring it up, then they would say it. But they didn't say it then because they don't give a darn about it. They are in competition with Armon. The thing about it is, if you can't beat them, talk about them. All right? And so we talk about people. And we know he's going to watch. We know he's going to listen. We know, right, we know Milagro grabs. They're going to send a timestamp. They're going to listen. We know this. We're talking directly to them and to their audiences and to an audience around the world. Just like Jeremiah or Jeremy, some clout chaser blogger that follows everybody and works with Flop Soul and etc. We know we're talking to him. Because soon when I did so, he's the executive producer of Flop Soul, Fox Soul. We did something in Dallas. We did a story on Kurt Myers. The main one, he wanted to inquire about me. And I dragged him. I said, sir, you work for Fox Soul. That's a platform that can't stand black folks. They want to take our rights away. So, and they call it Soul, but it ain't owned by no black folks. Okay? And soon when they build it up, when it's profitable, they're going to put nothing but white personalities on there. Case in point, it's a black radio station, I believe, in Memphis. They firing everybody on there, and they changing it up. You know what they're going to start putting on their radio station? White conservative voices. So again, stop with the okie doke. I'm going to talk my mess, and I'm happy, and y'all mad because I don't join into that energy of this whole clout, or I'm sorry, this whole clique type of industry, because it don't work. Armon joined the clique, and they still put poop in his face. It don't work, because when you come in and you're more talented than the clique, eventually that clique gonna crumble. Somebody gonna feel some type of way. And that's what happened when he joined Jason Lee clique, when he joined Milagro Graham's clique. He had failed on Station Head. Went on Station Head, did that, couldn't even crack 500 viewers. But he could have talked, Wiley could have went up on that platform, and it would have got 500 plus. Because we don't care nothing about Milagro Grams and this whole kumbaya. We love you when you the bad guy. We love when you dragging Wiley. We love when we dragging Milagro. We're not with this kumbaya crap. They're not. Because if they were with it, you would still have the same numbers. The reason why you don't have it, because there's no drama, it's no mess. The people love mess and drama. They not with this whole unity thing. They ain't with it.
Exactly.
Because if they with it, he would have still been thriving over there on Station Head. They ain't with that.
You look crazy.
Exactly. So I just had to say that. Thank you, man, for calling in. And we of course we're gonna get you back on because we'll talk about Storm another day. I told you Storm just get in. Storm just get in when we'll talk about that again. But
please, I gotta go. Please.
All right.
Look at Storm Monroe. Please.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah, see, Storm, he gets in when Armon Wiggins is on break. See, I can talk about Storm. I just talk about him when I just need somebody to talk about. Look, seat filler, he's a seat filler. But once the king stand up, Armon Wiggins, the king, I'm a king. When he stand up, then we'll talk about it. Okay? Underground WGN was the biz. Okay, it was. So that's just how that is. In a little preview of Storm Monroe got an email sent to him about doing a fake storyline with a woman and about black love. Only problem with that is the one that he got is very weak, and she's Mrs. Wally Fish. He didn't want that. And so now we're going to have Mrs. Wally Fish t-shirts. We're going to plan our wedding for Mrs. Wally Fish. Me and Mrs. Wally Fish, our wedding. We're going to do it over there on Station Head. I'm sorry, on members only. And he wasn't with that. I'm going to take the storyline. I'm going to get in the story. That's my woman. If you're mad about it, then prove me wrong. Okay? Do some tongue kissing. Put your lips on that lips, and it wasn't even good. You chunky, sleeping, looking, snoring really hard. She on there cussing and turning up, playing with herself to my vocals. You know what I'm saying? To my vocals. Okay? So that's my woman, Mrs. Wally Fish. Okay? We already got troll pages and stuff like that. We messed all that little story out. It's wrong. We got your top moderator. She worked over here at the Wiley Show. Okay? All right? So we're definitely going to go over that. Bring your best Diana Ross wig. We need some singers. All right? We definitely going to do that. I need somebody to officiate the wedding. All right? Now, Mrs. Wally Fish, she is invited to the wedding. She better get this clout. That clout with Storm ain't working. It ain't working. He's somewhere asleep like he hungry. Okay? It's, they ain't hungry. Fish, they ain't hungry at all. You know what I'm saying like that. All right? That's a good old storyline. Now, to Armon Wiggins, we thankful that he's good. I want him to keep succeeding. His success is my success. He win, I win. Okay? He leave a crumb, I take it and make a whole feast. Blah! I felt that right then and there. I said he drop a crumb, I make a feast. Do you hear me? We ain't going anywhere. Okay? We gonna latch on to that train. That train moving, I'm on the back of the train right now. I'm on the back of the train. Like Celie was on the back of the train in the color purple, and when she threw chocolates on the ground to the poor little children that was following the train. All right? Thank you all so very much for cash apping us. We got to work. We ain't got it. Broke. We got to work. All right, because we got to work and stuff like that. Now, Vegas, we can see on October 6th through the 9th. Email me, WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. Look at Blue Skies. She's the moderator. We love Blue Skies. That's one of my beautiful day one supporters. That's we really friends in real life. Where's Aaliyah TV? I know she in the bushes hiding because we talk about Storm, so she can't show her love over there, which is dumb. That's what I tell y'all better be doing all that monitoring of other people. You scared. Man, please, you beautiful. You look good, smell good. You know I'm crazy. You know I want you, baby. Go on in and comment. Don't worry about Storm. He ain't gonna delete you. Who cares? Ain't nothing but a beta. He ain't gonna want that or tap that. So just come on in the chat. Don't worry about that. You gonna sit on my lap when I come to Dallas? Yeah, you'll sit on my lap. Don't worry. We'll go out to the movies. Don't worry. All right, we're gonna do our date. We'll do it with Aaliyah TV. All right. I know you in the bushes watching, baby. It's okay. It's okay. I love you though. Okay, I love you in real life. Okay. Okay, baby. I love you. I love you, baby. You already know I love you. See that? So we can't do the kiss and sing Aaliyah TV because it's gonna be real tongue and everything. I'm ready. I can't just do no little lips. No, get up out of there. It's gonna be real. So we got to do that on OnlyFans, okay? Aaliyah, if you down with it. You used to be a stripper, so you already know what to do. You know how to act. Anytime that you know how to be a stripper, you know how to sell that fantasy. She was a stripper. But I told her, I said, I think you used to be a stripper. Because my body is, yeah, because I think you used to be a stripper. And she told me with that bodysuit, I used to strip. I felt it in her spirit. And that music was playing, the stripper was coming out of her. She was jerking a little bit. And where's Nate? Nate, you could be in it too. I know you mad at Big Daddy. Don't worry about it, Nate. I'm going to tear you up in Houston with that Hennessy. I'm going to slide you up like a cob on the cob, quarter the cob. Don't be wrong. I know you watching me, Nate. I'm also going to make you part of my content. Man, please don't worry. You mad? That means you're going to take all that frustration out on the bed with me. All right. You said you got a big bottle of Hennessy. Don't worry. I'll bring my Hennessy. You bring your Hennessy. We get it in. Don't worry about that. You know I'm a blogger. You're in the bushes watching, but I can feel your breath. I'm going to call you too. I want to see you in person. I'm coming to Houston. Okay? All right. I'm going to see my live girl Grand. She said she was going to slap me. Man, please. When she slapped me, something going to rise. It's the point of where she slapped me at. Man, please. Anyway, we ain't going to worry about that. We love her, though. We going to California. I told you 2024, we're going to put our money away. We're going to travel. We're going to hit that California market. We got to find Armon Wiggins' new address. I don't want to go to his house. I want to go on that block and see if any homeless people on that block. So y'all send it to me in 2024. We going on tour. California tour. Going to California. We want to go to Houston, California. We definitely want to hit that market. We want to hit that market. What lovely Tia, we want to hit our market too. No, she's somewhere with, I don't want to go to her market. It's dry over there. I go to one of her live shows. But we definitely going over there to California. We got to check over that California market. All right, we're going to West Hollywood. Brandon, I'm going to see you in West Hollywood. You good looking. The Freaky Boys going to be at PNTT. I'm going to see all y'all over there in Vegas and in California. Y'all know I love you, Jay. I love you over there in LA. Okay? All right. He in his new apartment. I ain't number it's infested with homeless people. I already know that. Okay. Spending all that. But we gonna go there. I'm gonna see him in person. I'm gonna see Armon. I gotta see my favorite celebrity. All right. He getting all new furniture. That's good. That's good. That's good. Ain't gonna last long. Doodle stains and lubrications and Percocet fentanyl sprays and streaks of hair and boo-boo and all that type of stuff. They ain't gonna last long. Because, you know, us as people, we real nasty when we get it in. All that slob, you know, you like eat badussy and bread baskets, all that saliva all up on that sheet. So it is. I don't, Terry, with the neighbor, we getting some more information with the neighbor. We get some more information. I know I don't want to live Armon Wiggins because I don't want to live with him. I don't want to live next to him. Everybody around him, they go to glory. I love Miss Wiley Fish, the best name yet. She should have been honored that you consider her like that. Yes, it's to be honest. I'm a good promoter. I love storylines. This is entertainment. What's the problem? I'm entertaining y'all. You need to get your life together and find yourself a woman because you're so corny. See a therapist. And thank you for your support. You ain't talking about nothing, and have a blessed day. All right, Craig. You can say whatever you want to say. I had so many psychiatrists diagnose me. You can't diagnose me. You ain't had no meeting with me. Don't talk. You can't diagnose me just off of YouTube, and you got a license. That's unethical. All right. At the end of the day, I thank y'all. So I'm about to go take me a hot shower, and think about Mrs. Wally Fish. I'm gonna think about Storm Monroe. Storm with them good old juicy cheeks. He got some good old cheeks. So yes, that's what we do. All we had the Wiley Show. Don't forget, you're gonna be seeing Armon Wiggins on HBO, helping blacks out. They ain't paying them like that. He gonna be on a documentary of that way, talking and stuff. And I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna review it. I'm not jealous. I'm going to talk about these people. Y'all keep using the word jealous. Please use another word, please. Let's cancel that word, because I'm talking about him. All right, we talk about Armon Wiggins. Now, when he don't do nothing, it's hard for me to talk about it. I kind of miss him. I miss talking about my favorite chocolate Percocet celebrity. All right, thank y'all so very much. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. All right. If you want to contribute to our show, $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zale Wiley Show at gmail.com. We want to thank y'all Instagram, TikTok, at Wiley Show. Show us love. Thank you all so very much. I will see y'all in the next episode. God bless you. Thank you. No. Woo. I felt that right then and there. Now we may go back live. You never know. So you need the thumbs up. You need to subscribe. Go ahead and drag me in the comments. I already know you're going to call me everything under the sun. But please don't cuss so your comment will show. Talk to you later. Peace. Hey.